Hello, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today we're in a 2019 Nissan Murano. This is the slightly changed version, so this year they updated a little bit on the bodywork, a couple of things on the inside here, but nothing major. It's a mid-cycle refresh. This is their more premium two-row crossover versus the, say, Rogue, which is a little bit smaller, and the Pathfinder, which has 3 rows. So we're just going to take a quick look around. If you remember looking at one of the Nissans that I did not too long ago, I believe I did the Rogue Sport. You'll see some similarity here, but you'll see a lot of differences because, again, the Murano is a more upscale version of this vehicle. So, or of the crossovers, that's what I should say. Not a, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to complain no matter what. Just leave your comments. So after you subscribe, hit the subscribe button first. Got to point that out. Subscribe. Okay. So on with the show. Over here, this is the doors, windows, and so forth. You can see the mirrors up there, and then door locks and stuff. Over here, there's seat memory in this particular model. This is the more upfit version. I forget the name. I always swap them. I'm pretty sure it's SL, but I always swap it because the other one is SV, and I always flip flop. But it's, whatever the bigger of those is, I'll write it down here. Okay. There's your dimmers and whatnots, trip reset right there. Down here are several things. So you see there's the steering wheel heat, traction control. That opens the rear hatch. That turns parking radar on and off. Down below there, you can see where the fuel port release is and the hood release. And then this has a foot brake. My foot is underneath it. So this has a foot brake right there. If that looks pretty far down, that's because it's currently set, because I am parked. And when I park, I set the parking brake. Anyway, coming over here, looking at the steering wheel. If I seem a little hurried, it's because, my kids have been kind of a pain today. Spring break and getting on my nerves. All right, so up here, we got some stuff that controls the driver information screen right there. So you see telematics here, voice control right there, and this pages up and down through the options on that screen. Right here, this goes through the large menu versions. So I'll show you in a minute how that works, but basically this pages through the major options, and this goes through the details on each of those menus. So basically menu, sub-menu is kind of how you can think of it. This changes the audio source, and I believe it can also change the source of the nav if you have that upgraded nav that uses Nissan Connect. I don't remember for sure on that. I'll have to look it up, write something down here. Right here. Okay. Audio's right here. Over here you have your cruise control stuff. So you turn it on and off with this button here. Toggle button, same difference. Up here you see here's the set and the reset. Here's the cancel button, so just to shut it off for a minute, and then you can reset it. And this is the distance. Like a lot of vehicles, I don't understand why this one does not remember what this setting was. So when you change or shut the engine off and then start it up and go again, it totally forgets. And you have to change it to whatever you'd like again. I don't know why manufacturers can't figure out how to just throw this into the little memory like they do a lot of other stuff. I mean, hell, it reminds me of my radio crap. Anyway, again, kids have been home all week. So I am a little bitchy. All right, up here, we got the dongle with your wipers, washers, etc. This one runs the back one, so you just twist it to run the back. This runs the speed for the front ones, and you move it up and down for that. This does not have automatic. I don't even know if that's an option. I doubt it. But up for the quick one, back for you push it back for mist, pull it forward to wash the rear window. Over here, lighting. Pretty straightforward. I don't know that any of this is very complicated. That turns on the Why do I have such a hard time with words? I don't know. Maybe I'm old. Anyway, this right here runs the fog lamps, and this runs the regular ones. You can see just barely that it's on auto right now. Off is at the top. Now, looking at the instrument cluster, just fits. Look at that. That's awesome. All right. So over here is a tachometer. Don't know why you'd need it. This only comes with a automatic, so I don't know what the point of a tachometer is in a vehicle like this. Down there's the engine heat. I hadn't been running it very long. I just started it, so was sitting overnight. Over here is the speed, and you can see the kilometers in the middle there for you Canadians and whoever's. Down here is the fuel. I will say that I am highly impressed with the fuel economy in this. Just yesterday, I had this on full. I put just shy, it was 190 miles, so just shy of 200 miles in this car. And that's how much fuel it used. That's nuts. Amazing, awesome nuts. The good kind of nuts, right? So, you know, pistachios versus, I don't know, something that doesn't taste good. So, up here you can see the driver information screen. It's pretty basic. It reads speed signs, but I believe it's taking it from GPS because it is not always accurate. I have noted that it does not always pull up the most accurate speed sign indication. And like most cars that do this, it doesn't understand times in school zones, so it just shows the school zone all the time. So there you go. But anyway, there's kind of what you can see what's going on. I don't think any of this requires a lot of explanation, but I will page through some of these. So just flipping through, you can see that's what I was looking at before, but this time with a car in it. And here's some more information. So you can see I was averaging 27 miles a gallon in this thing. That is pretty great. That was with full passenger load. We had 3 kids, 2 adults. So that is real world. That is not some sort of we were in a perfect scenario kind of thing. And that's in 412 miles because that's the total that I have put on this car, not just what I did yesterday. So crazy good fuel economy. Keep flipping through. I go up and down. Some of these have up and down, some of them don't. So you can see some of the driving aids. These are important. You can go through, like if I hit the OK and I go through, you can see I can change some of that stuff. I've turned the lane keeping off because it's kind of annoying. It just beeps. Really not interested. Speed limit signs. This is just nice because maybe you're driving through where it varies a lot. You need to be able to see what it is. Again, I do believe it pulls that off of GPS. So you can just kind of see on this one, you can do some of the vehicle settings. Excuse me, they're pretty generic, so nothing big. I like this screen because one, I really like compasses. You know, it's the Boy Scout background. And then down here is, I like having the digital speed readout. So this is what I have preferred in this particular car. So very nice. Anyway, moving along. I have a bigger camera rig, if you can see the reflection for it now. This is supposed to keep it steadier. I don't know that it's doing any good. I think I'm still just going to go with calling it shaky cam. But regardless, let me hit the menu button so we're on the main menu. Oh, we are on the main menu. Well, that's dumb. Anyway. This is the infotainment screen. This is the topmost that you can get for this, as far as I know. So you have, you can customize the home menu. I haven't tried that. I haven't fiddled with it. I fiddled with it in, I believe it was this car. It might have been the Rogue. The infotainment's the same. I fiddled with it last year, and you can decide what's on the main screen, but it's honestly, you get used to the way it's already set up. So there's really, unless you're really into that sort of thing, there's really no point. So you can see what's going on. This is what you'll see most of the time when you hit the main menu, and pretty much for most people, this is probably all you need. You quickly go there to jump, like, you want the nav to guide you home right away. You want to look at your previous destinations. You have your audio info. Then you can change a few things. You can go here to do connections. The fastest way to hook up Bluetooth, though, is to hit the phone button, and if there is no Bluetooth connected, it will ask you if you want to connect it. So that's the fastest way. You just, over here, I'll try to move it slow so it doesn't make somebody sick. Over here, you just hit this like you're going to make a phone call. It'll say, oh, there's no phone, and then you can connect one. That's way faster than going through the menus to do it. But you can do it there, and you can also do it right there. I don't know that there's a whole lot else to show you on this. It's you know, pretty decent thing. I like the Nissan Connect shows you stuff like the real-time information here, so you can see this is the climate right now according to the weather service versus the car saying it's 50. There's always going to be a difference, and there should be, because this is probably taken from, I'm going to guess, the Cheyenne Airport. It could be taken from the Air Force Base. Either way, it's taking that information from the other side of the town I'm living in. So there you go. Might be a difference. Here's real-time traffic. Being as I'm in Wyoming, there's nothing to show you on that because there is no such thing as traffic here. If you want to see sports scores, etc., there you go. So pretty neat, pretty straightforward. Up here, here's all of your moving around quick buttons. So I use the audio button the most often, also use the menu button, and then I like this particular button when it's dark and this is really getting in your face. You can use that to stop that. And then, of course, volume and tuning. Down here is climate. I have everything shut off so we're not blowing into the microphone, but pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot to figure out. So if I just turn it on really quick, you can see you can set these. It's dual mode. So if you push this, you can change that one to whatever you want, or you can turn it off and force it to be whatever this one is. And then you can see the fan controls and so on. And then you just use that to shut it off. Down here, you can see this has USB-C and regular USB plugs. Far as I know, both of these are data, if I remember right. So either one of these will plug in and let you use like Android Auto or whatever. Up over here is a 12-volt plug. There's your engine start stop, or engine start stop says right on it, right? That's how you start the car. Shifter right here. Here's your gears. Probably really nothing special there. This is a nice little storage cubby for just dropping things in. I think they meant for this to fit phones, but unless your phone's pretty small, it's really not going to fit in there. Mine doesn't unless I go sideways, and then it only goes in a little ways, so it still will fall out. I've been using this to throw like, snack bags for the kids or loose change, or whatever. That's kind of what that's been for. Over here, drink holders. I got to switch my grip. Here's the drink holders. Very nice. Bun warmers right here. Nice big storage bin in the middle. Good and sizable, I would say. There are, as far as I know, there is no USBs in there, but there is that 12-volt up there in the top corner. And looking at the interior, a little bit plain, but pretty for that plainness. I really like this. That's really, really awesome. And then it just it goes all the way around. So they took a note. I hate to say they're ripping somebody off because they really aren't, but in a way they did take a note from Jaguar, who loves doing this in their cars with that swoop around. They took a note from that and really went with it, and Nissan did a good job of making it look good in this vehicle. In the back seats, you can see good amount of space. Had 3 kids across in there, no issues. This is a good car. I will point out that we own a previous generation Murano, and this is bigger. Also has the panoramic sunroof, a few other things. So I think that's what we got. That's it. This is the 2019 Nissan Murano. This has been Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com. Talk to you again soon.